fight. Girl, you messy. Niggas ain't having no paper. Oh, you scratch. Mad cause I'm getting money. Oh, you jelly. Flex on all them folk. Petty. You need to hold some money again. Oh, you broke. Oh, you smoking gelato. Oh, you smoke. Oh, he fronting you the weed. So you cap. So they book you for show. Like you rap. Oh, she do it with no hand. She a freak. Oh, 50 of y'all. So y'all was deep. Oh, you ain't know I was deep fat. You was sleep.
What's happening, people? It's Figured Out Tuesdays. All the time, every Tuesday at 8. Check in with me. Get your friends. Call them up. Tell your mama to check in sometimes. Because she probably want to know what the hell y'all doing, too. I got Lab in the building. All the time. As usual. Turn my treble up. You know. We turning trebles up. I got Reek. Slick 316. Hey, babe. Who is Hey Babin? I love you so much. God. Hey, Cheek. He is probably like, what in the world? So today is the first time that we are actually doing Instagram. Oh, wait a minute. They told me put it to my mouth. They said put it to your mouth. Put it to your mouth. Your mouth. What that mouth do? Ooh. I'm so silly. Okay, but no, seriously. So I didn't come last week. And so we're gonna talk about that for a little bit. But we have to start off with all of our 4-5 minutes of foolishness. I saw a lady today at the I had to go down to a federal building. And y'all, this morning it was around 37 degrees here in the city of Atlanta. But she had on a maxi dress from Max Way. Okay? And she was in there with a dude that was trying to get Social Security, right? But he had a speaker hung around his neck. And she looked so like in love and just like, but her gut, and I got one. But this bitch, good God almighty, that Maxway dress, boy, she thought she had curves. So I was like, oh, okay, you doing it, boo. So you know what? I looked at her, you know what I said? Just when I thought I got it bad. There's some other bitches out here badder than me. So, hey, Jasmine. I got a whole bunch of people checking in. All my family, you know, y'all down in Florida. You know I ain't coming to see y'all. Y'all need to come on up here because that's how it's going to happen. Shout out to Maurice Sims. He is a avid listener, cool friend, has been helping me out past couple weeks on a few things. So shout out to you. Want to shout out to Mike Render. Saw my brother the other day at the QT on the Camp Creek. And I mean, when I tell you, I'm so proud of him. He is doing so many big things. And so we really need to make sure that we are following the footsteps of our ancestors and the people before us and going out and voting. It is extremely serious. If you are not voting, then I consider you dumb and you can't be a part of my circle, period. So make sure you're going out there. It's no excuse that you can't. Use somebody else's driver's license. Sometimes that works. Just kind of putting that out there. Anyway, so on a more serious note, I did not come into work last Tuesday. I had a mental day.
Slacker.
I can't even keep a straight face on that one. So I need to Barbara Walter y'all for a minute. And so what I wanted to do, instead of reading from how we got back home, I wanted to kind of explain some things because as much as we have a whole bunch of fun on this show, there is a balance to me. It's almost like I come on here and I wear this cool mask and y'all think I'm super cool and y'all like me and I like you. And it's like we in a relationship, we coating. And I know I be looking like a hot snack sometimes, But really, I don't be feeling like a hot snack. I feel like an old ass Piccadilly plate. So we got to talk about it. So instead of giving y'all some excerpts from how we got back home, I'm going to tell you why we got back home and some of the things that I have to personally deal with on a day-to-day. And I don't think people understand that. I think they look at me and they say, girl, you straight. And really, I'm not. So we're going to talk about this for a quick second. So I decided, poor Chico. Chico is a very private person. I am so not. But I have to just commend him and my small circle. You know who you are. Because y'all deal with me every single day with the issues that I'm about to tell you. So, when I have a disclaimer. I went to Annie Laura's earlier. I ate it. And I was really hungry. And for whatever reason, I just keep burping. So, if that happens continuously through the show, that meant Reek did not give me omeprazole. Okay. So, I wanted to tell my audience some things. Other than just being thrown into a psych ward, I gave a disclosure that I did have some mental illnesses that I was being treated for, and that's how they threw me in there. So, I'm going to go through with my diagnostic. And I want you guys to kind of know what that means. And if you feel like you have something similar or somebody in your family or somebody that's close to you is going through that, then I want to make sure that you are taking the right steps and doing the right things so that you can get yourself together or get whoever you love together. So last week, I literally woke up out of a dream. The medicine that you take sometimes for psych meds, it will make you, it has a lot of different side effects, and it affects people differently. So for me, I've been having these terrible nightmares. Some nightmares I actually have, I mean, they're like the same ones, and they're like really sad, heartbreaking nightmares. Like I'll dream that I buried my grandmother, and then she comes back and says, I need to dig her up. And I need to put her back in the ground. She want another funeral. And I'm like, why you want to leave me again? So I have those like little kind of crazy dreams like that. But then sometimes I'll get into a dream and it will trance me. So that makes me hallucinate. So last week, I called Reek and something told me to call her, but I was just out of sorts. I did not know where I was. I didn't know what was going on around me. I didn't know. I thought we had been snatched out of my home. And for me, having PTSD about being taken, that kind of takes me over the edge. And so it sends you into what they call anticipatory anxiety, which is when you spiral. So it could go from like 0 to 100 real quick. So I decided to share my truth with my audience because I could not function to drive. I could not function to be in front of camera. Even when I spoke to Reek about it, she was like, you don't sound like yourself and you sound shook and you don't need to do this and you don't need to do that. And I was so concerned about not pleasing others and being a disappointment to myself because I was in that condition that I couldn't function. But the truth of the matter is, I'm not laughing and smiling and doing all that all day long every day. I try and I pray, but there are a lot of days that I just don't do well. So that is a disclaimer. Now, did the psych ward make that any better? No. But I will say that if you go to the right mental facility, that you can get a lot of the things that you need to get addressed and you can get the proper treatment. Chico holds my hand every single night. Let me tell you something. That man has truly, truly been my friend and my protector and he's just been everything. He holds my hand every night just to remind me that when I go to sleep, he got my back. He got my hand. So he's not going to let anything happen to me. But when I'm in the moment and I'm waking up and I'm screaming in the middle of the night, he is constantly having to reassure me that I'm okay. Everything's going to be all right. You know, so Chico, I love you so much for just being that superhero of mine. I have a small circle of people that I deal with, and I call them, and I swear all I do is just lay my burdens on them. So I don't get to tell my audience all my burdens. I just tell them. And so I'm sorry if that's what happens. But it's good to have a support team. It's good to have a team that understands, that wants to help you, that's in it for the long haul, and you don't have to apologize for it. So I'm not going to apologize for not being on last week. I'm just going to tell you that I had a mental day. And I try not to have those, but they're out of my control. It's a chemical imbalance. I was born with it, can't help it. I had some traumatic experiences that have made it worse. But as you get older and you decide to treat your mental illnesses, it can get better. If you go forever and not treat a mental illness, you will suffer big time. Because as you get older and it goes untreated, it gets worse. It's kind of like syphilis. But they got Listerine for that. There it is. Did you know that's why Listerine was invented? Yeah. It was supposed to be for syphilis. And then, because it was supposed to kill bacteria and germs, stuff like that, it was. It's kind of like the drinkable Clorox.
It damn sure burns all the taste buds out your mouth, so I guess that works.
No, that was the original. That was the original purpose for Listerine, was to cure syphilis or to treat it.
Oh.
So if you have syphilis, go get you the old school Listerine.
Not that new purple.
Not
shit.
the purple or the grape. You know how y'all like grape. So anyway, I want to tell you what I have been diagnosed with. And I want to kind of I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it, but I do want you to take into consideration what all could possibly be going on with you or someone you love. So I have manic depressive disorder. You know that as bipolar. Can y'all believe that? Yeah. Can you see the bipolar? Yeah. Well, I think you can because you talk to me all the time. Okay. Okay. So I do. You can't come on this show. What? I got an uncle. I said they took me to the psych ward, right? He told me something. They did it for drugs, didn't they? I said, no, they didn't do it for no damn drugs. I said they locked me up. He told me something. It was for drugs, wasn't it? I said, no, it wasn't for no damn drugs. That's my Uncle Charles. He crazy as hell. I told him something. And it was for drugs. No, fool. Okay. So, manic depressive disorder, bipolar. Now, there are different levels to this, just as any mental illness or any illness you may have. So, like, some people have really bad heart disease and some people have, oncomings of it. But, so, I'm kind of like in the middle there. I suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder, better known as PTSD. No, I have not been in Iraq. I did have a situation when I was very small that happened to me that affected me long term. And I'm going to be honest with y'all because people don't know this. When my nerves get bad, I will go get in my closet. I got a walk-in closet, but when I didn't have that, I would go get in my closet and talk on the phone. Because I felt secure and safe in like a tight, close-knit. Yeah, I could control the small things around me. So, when I have those little moments, I tend to do that. I'll even take it a step further. And Chico is probably like, okay, shut up. I got so depressed at work that my boss would come up to me and say certain things. Like I could not go to the restroom, which I was not used to that because I'm a grown woman and I'm not going to Miss Daisy this thing and say, can I make water? I'm not going to do that. So I would go, people would be looking for me. I would be in the trunk of my car. And the only reason why I was cool with that was because my car has a little latch that if you get put in the car for real, you can that ain't right. That's not right. And I would call Chico from the car and be like, I'm in my car. And he was like, okay, either you come out or I'm coming in. And so that's a real friend. So PTSD will make me do that. I also suffer from severe anxiety disorder with panic, which means that all of a sudden I can stop breathing. My heart, it feels like you're having a heart attack. You're sweating. You don't know why. It is horrible. If you have ever experienced a panic attack, it will take you out of here. You will literally think you're dying. If you are by chance having a panic attack in the car, I advise you to pull over. The good news about a panic attack is that it goes away. It's just really harsh for that time period, but it will go away. And so if you keep that going in your head that a panic attack will go away, then you'll make through. I also suffer from executive dysfunction. A lot of people don't even know what the hell that is. Do you have a guess? Neither one? Okay. So executive dysfunction is basically when you cannot take care of yourself all the way. So like someone has to help you take your meds or remind you to take your meds, or you need to do your hair, or you need to get dressed today.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying? Or you see what I'm saying? Like you're constantly having to be reminded of things that you should do on your own.
Rika has to do that to me when she has to let me know to go to work every morning. So
yeah,
I had the same thing. She'd be like, "You need to go to work today."
But you
like,
you like,
nah.
Being going to work tomorrow, right? So yeah, I get it. I so get it. But executive dysfunction will cause you to not want to do like ordinary things that other people. So like it goes back to the depression part where you don't want to get out of bed. You don't feel like doing anything, and someone literally has to come in and help you move. So I suffer from that as well. When you go through these little different attacks, that typically comes right after.
I don't want to exactly call it codependency, class politics, more so than she leading the system. Let's go with that.
Okay. Everything she's saying is true. In my Real Housewife of Walden Park, I think that's the only thing that, I asked Chico about this when we first got married. I said, can we have like assistance, and like I need, cause Nicole Binion in my book, she has that, and today she had on a badass pantsuit. My friends from Hampton, they actually get really dressed up to sit around the house. I don't do that. They be talking about Trader Joe's. I be talking about Walmart's. I'm trying to be classy, but I done fell off. I said I ain't even got no Trader Joe. We're going to talk about it another time. Okay.
Trader Joe's ain't all it's cracked up to be. You can get some from Trader Joe's for $5. You can get 5 packs of chicken sausage for $5 at Trader Joe's. It ain't all that. Don't let them fool you to thinking that
Here's
Trader Joe's
thing.
is something it ain't. Because I've been to Trader Joe's many times, and I was like, oh, this only costs $1? The wine be like $2 for a bottle.
Yeah, I got a Lush friend. Her mother is watching now, but her name is Shala.
I'm gonna give you a good thing to make you not feel.
I know she tuned in.
Let me tell you.
But she likes that Trader Joe's wine.
Let me tell you.
And she's a big Christian.
Trader Joe's ain't always cracked up to be. You know who Trader Joe's is owned by?
Who?
The same person who owned Aldi's. Just let you know.
Okay, so let me just tell you. Now, I know about the Aldi's. That's a whole nother story. It's 2 brothers that actually inherited that chain, and they got into a fight. So half of the Aldi's is run one way, and the other, right. So, but I think Aldi's is cool. But Shala, everybody knows that you buy wine in bulk.
She just logged out.
No, she didn't. But her mama is fully tuned in. I will tell you that much, Karen Thomas. I already know you looking at me. So, yeah, they do tell me. They try to tell me.
Allegedly,
but
this person likes wine. Allegedly. There we have it.
Don't believe the hype. She's down with OPP, and she's down with Cupcake, and she's down with what's the Rufinos, and she likes anything red, anything white. Hell, it could be blue. I think she'll drink it. Okay, one of the things that truly just drives me up a wall is I suffer from insomnia. Like, I can't sleep without a pill. Sorry, can't do it. And with the nightmares, that makes it even worse, because once you have one, it's hard as hell to go back to sleep. And you can't think, and your mind is just constantly racing. So let's just say if I had a bad day, I have 1,000 things running in my head. So I just think of a little man. I really do think it's a little man in my head just running around. You don't think that's foolish? I do.
That's real deal.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm going to tell you something. It is very hard to function when you have not had proper sleep. It is so much you just can't do. And you have to have, and so if I sleep during the day, don't you get mad at me because I ain't answering my phone, because I need my rest. Okay. I also suffer from binge eating disorder. Now, back when I was fine, I didn't have those problems. But as my anxiety got worse, and I'm going to be honest, when I started making money, because I could afford really good food. So I would go to Cheesecake Factory, and instead of just buying a cheesecake slice, I buy the whole cake. Let's ball. You know what I'm saying? I'm still that way. Why get the little sirloin when you can get the Delmonico, baby? You know, aged. So at night, I'm not gonna lie. Grandpa, if y'all know my grandpa, he says that I have a severe problem with this. One night I woke up. Wait a minute. I woke up because insomnia does this to you. I woke up and he said I came down and baked a ham and ate it. And he kept saying, Jacinta, do you know what you're doing? I have no recollection of this. But the ham was sitting on the table the next day, and I was just like, I baked a whole damn ham. Hey, he just got into the mood. He should have helped me whip up some sweet potatoes and some green beans, and we could have had dinner. He ain't help. I also have high blood pressure and diabetes. And the diabetes it literally comes from my addiction to sugar and just eating. Like, I constantly eat. And I do it when nobody's looking. So when I have a bad mental day, I know that's not what y'all really wanted to. Mina said that ham was good. You ain't lying, honey. You know I can stick my foot in the damn ham. It don't take much.
It's all about figuring it out, though. So.
And that's why we have to figure this out, because I am so confused on a lot of different levels that I have to figure this out. So, having said that, out of all of those things that I just named, I'm a survivor. So I feel as though being a survivor trumps all of that. Like, I'm proactive on medical treatment. I'm going to tell my viewers right now, don't do no dumb shit. Stop going to Grady. I don't care what's going on. Get the best insurance money can buy. And I don't care if you can't afford it. Go on and get it, because I'm going to tell you what you can't afford. You can't afford to be up at Murray Brothers, okay? Because none of y'all got life insurance. Y'all need to call Allen and get that straight. You know, I just want you to do better by yourself. Like, put yourself as a priority. Now, I am very guilty of not doing that for myself. But what I will do is, if I cough wrong, I will be in your emergency room. If I speak wrong, I will be in your emergency room. I take my health very serious. And because I caught those tumors in time, I was able to live. And a lot of y'all are letting your life go away because y'all trying to go holistic and thinking that the herbs, we talked about this on Sunday. That ain't the move. So make sure that you get, checked out. Make sure that you keep on your stuff. But out of all of the things that I just named, they all seem to be negative or not so happy like I normally am. But the truth of it is, I have a deep faith in God, and I know that He's given me somewhat of a gift or a blessing to bless others with. So I'm hoping that the stance that I put on mental illness and cancer will help other people be cool with being okay with saying that that's their problem, because you need help, and it's not something that you need to conquer on your own, and it's such a taboo subject in our community. So make sure, if I don't touch but one person today, inbox me, jdfigured@gmail.com. If you got some issues, or if you want to just talk to me, or just say, Jacinta, I think I've been dealing with this, or I have something like that, hit me up. I'm not that kind of person that you can't talk to, or I think I'm too good to, or I ain't got time for that, or that ain't me. So I want you to make sure that you hit me up. The best way to describe my whole experience, though, is to read my book. I wrote the book with the intention of it to be free. But free ended up costing me a lot. So I need y'all to work on that. So go buy the book, How We Got Back Home. It's the first book of the series. It's like 9 books total. So you can get this on Amazon.com right now. And make sure that you are reading my story, because I think you will find out a lot of great information, not just about me being in a psych ward, but how we went about handling certain things in regards to mental illness. So shout out to everybody out there who is listening and actually taking this in and, continuously supporting me. And just know that if I don't come on Tuesday, I'm just not having a good day. So love you guys for coming back today. And we just going to keep it moving. And then we're going to try to see if my hair going to come out right, because it keep flopping. I feel like a little bird. You don't think I look like one? Okay. So now we're going to get back into the figured out part, your favorite. But first, I want to tell you this. There are EA meetings, which is Emotions Anonymous. There are meetings all over the country. If you just Google EA, Emotional Anonymous, you can find out your local support group. So it's kind of like AA, but it's for people who have mental illnesses or emotional illnesses. If you're feeling a certain way, I find this to be very, very soothing for me. It allows me to see and appreciate other people and what they're going through and how we can relate and help each other. So I think it's a really good group. So if you're going through anything like that, look up your local EA group. They're free to go to. They always serve strong coffee, and they just ask for a donation from time to time. But it's really good. So love you guys. Okay, but on to figure it out. What y'all think I'm gonna talk about today?
I don't know, but I would like to say, Jacinta had a real good show.
Okay, wait a minute. So I have a radio conjunction host. His name is Jonte Hawkins, and he has a show on Misfits Radio every Sunday at 11. And when I tell you, he is everything. He is everything. So he really did a great job of doing cancer support and trying to see when when you should get checked out. How did you know? How you could figure it out. I don't want October, because October ends after tomorrow. I don't want October to just be the end of your titty check. I want y'all to keep checking the titties. And some of y'all need to check some other things too, because it's smelling.
Let's start out with the titty and then go to coochie.
I think y'all need to do some. Well, my grandmama said you got to get some of that good dishing powder.
I do not believe in dishing.
Well, okay, now my aunt will tell you that a vagina is a self-cleaning oven. All you got to do is soak it, and then it'll self-clean itself. Them are lies you tell if you out there thotting. Okay? So if you a thought, you might need to think about your thotting actions and all of that. But today, in honor of the Hallelujah Night, which is tomorrow, we're going to talk about, is it tricking? Is it cheating? Or is it treating? All right. So, some things that we need to always talk about. Oh, lottery number, cash 3. Let's talk about lottery for a second because I'm going to get into this. But cash 3 number that I'm giving out today is 837. Okay? Gracias to Amina Hamilton, who is really Nicole Binion. She just posted on my feed. Yeah, it's emotionsanonymous.org. So make sure y'all go to that. Thank you, Mina. Okay, wait a minute. So we about to be close to that first of the month. And I know shit is tight. And I know the reason why. Y'all done sat up there and took y'all rent money and bought all them damn lottery tickets thinking that y'all really had a shot at that 1.6. I'm going to talk about things that we talked about before when it comes to what y'all need to do with your rent money. But what do you do during this time when you are in need of rent money? You trick. You got a trick. Ain't no treating about that. You got a trick so you can get the treat. And I can't do nothing respect that. Tommy Sunshine, Tom, he checks in. I haven't had my segment on Talking with Tommy. But he really does believe in tricking will really help you treat. So shout out to Tommy Sunshine. He also had a question for our Talking with Tommy. He wanted to know if anybody knew where Michael Jackson's Monkey Bubbles was at. And if anybody was willing to go as Bubbles this year as in the Halloween parades. I think the only people I know that can do that is in the West End. I don't know anybody that can. Well, I seen some today down at Social Security, but they weren't Bubbles. They were just monkeys. I'm gonna get in trouble. Okay. Who? What'd he say? That's all you can do, because you know we celebrating 50 years of excellence. Really? Oh yes. Trust and believe. Behold the black and gold. What school is this? This is Frederick Douglass High School. Okay? 225 certified. Okay? Ask somebody about me. I strolled them halls. I'm an urban legend now. Ask them. All right. So the new anthem lately has been that y'all are living your best lives. All right. The problem I have with this is y'all are saying this shit and taking pictures of a plate that y'all done fixed for your family. And the shit be on styrofoam.
Some people don't like to wash dishes.
Fuck that. When you got that dirty ass, little bitty ass microwave that you got at Walmart's for $18.98. The
one with the turn up, not the
no, this one right no. Or they got the digital one that only do it in increments of 10. Yep. So like you gotta press 10 20 times to get 2 minutes. Right. So what I'm saying to y'all is you can't be living your damn best life if you got them fucked up ass styrofoam plates, and when you put it in the microwave, because you know that food ain't good and you got to heat it up a little bit more, you done got a hole in the plate. But let me tell you why you feel like that's okay. Half of y'all think that when y'all make them noodles, how is that living your best life? But y'all think that the crunchiness from that styrofoam plate is just like eating them noodles. So y'all just say, fuck it. We have got to start buying the plastic coated Dixie plates. Stop selling yourself short. I don't even necessarily like Chinette. But y'all got to stop living your best life with a goddamn styrofoam plate. And it's little. You ever notice that a styrofoam plate don't ever come in a 12-inch? It only come in 8. You know why that is? Because that eat on styrofoam plates, they don't want you to have a lot. a corner. You ever heard somebody say, I'm going to give you a corner of this? But not at Annie Laura's. Y'all go to Annie Laura's all day and put everything in a styrofoam plate, and I guarantee you none of her styrofoam plates actually burn. I done tried this at home. I got to do better because every time I come over here, they be looking hungry.
We sure do.
They sure do every day.
And we be sharp as hell.
All the time. Let me tell y'all something. It's like walking into a Gucci store over here. I ain't going to give y'all the address. But let me tell you something. Yes, honey, bury me up in here. Okay. The other thing we got going on is Halloween is tomorrow.
It's only so many sexy kitties.
Okay, we're going to talk about this. That's in here. Here's my issue. You go to Walmart. Have y'all been to Walmart lately? I think I go 4 or 5 times a week. I can't help it because me and Grandpa got to get something else.
Let nobody do this shit.
Listen to me.
Can't do them crowds like
Listen.
You said 17 minutes.
17 minutes is the top. You got to give it at least 17 minutes to do what you got to do in Walmart. Anything below that is really not a Walmart shop.
I went to Walmart the other day in 5 minutes. I got grapes. I got candy.
Whoa,
came
you
right back
checked out in 5 minutes?
5 minutes. I went to the
That
grapes,
ain't never happened to me in my
the
life.
candy. I was in checkout in 5 minutes. Ain't no going to the next aisle and say, well, let me just see. Ain't no let me just see when I go to the store. I know what I'm seeing. I'm seeing these grapes, and I'm seeing this candy over here for friend because she's not feeling good,
Friend.
and I'm out the door.
All right, let me tell you what happens to me when I go to Walmart.
And I got
park.
it all for under $9. You know, you never go to Walmart for under $124.
Because I'm going to tell you what pissed me off the other day. I was in Walmart behind a chick that had a gazillion groceries. And when she was done, the bitch said, that'll be $23. I said, say what? No, I stopped that entire transaction. I said, excuse me, I need to know whatever it is you're doing, bitch. I need to be doing the same thing. I mean, she had them corn dogs. She had Eggos. All the things that they don't sell at Trader Joe's. Shalamina, Adele, and Best Friend. And, you know.
That was extreme coupon.
No, she was extreme EB10.
Oh.
So I asked the cashier, I said, what did she do to get her thing down to $23? She said, girl, she got some strong food stamps. I said, woo! I must take off my jewelry and I'm going to go get me some. And look, why don't you go up there with me so we can use your handicap sticker? And then we can limp our ass into the DFAS office and get our goddamn stamps. Because I'm sick of this damn paying full price. But let me tell you something about Walmart.
But if y'all selling them, we buying them.
If y'all are inbox me if you know of any available stamps. We're not asking for legal assistance. We're just asking you for assistance.
Thank you.
Okay. Did y'all know that a big ass bag of cheap candy costs $19? Guess what I did? Saw that. And then I started cruising down the bacon aisle. And that goddamn box of Jell-O cost 50 cents. As I was cruising down the damn dairy aisle, I reached to the beverage section. And those damn pourable freezing Bahama Breeze jonks was just $1. Why not just go ahead, instead of buying that cheap ass candy, go on and make some Jell-O shots and pass them out to the parents who are having to watch these badass kids go up and down the damn street. I think that's fair. I don't think that, I think it's fucked up that the parents, first of all, they tell you can't trick or treat after what, 14? That's fucked up. Give them a Jell-O shot. They doing it anyway. Okay, I'm going to jail. The other thing is, I think that if you do it appropriately, the kids will be like, oh, I want some. Give them an edible. Like, because they asses needs to go to bed. I don't need them to be out here. Disclaimer, I'm not supposed to tell y'all that. However, comma, I think the Jell-O shots is a good idea. You can even put them in them damn Solo cups. That's cheap. That's better than 1994, and I think you can get 24 servings. Won't he do it? Won't he do it? He gives you every Halloween, y'all. And what you can do is when you answer the door, say boo.
Chico said the same shit after y'all going to jail.
Jail. He said jail. Chico, we ain't going to jail, baby. I got some insurance. Okay, so wait a minute. There's another issue we got. If you ring somebody's doorbell and you get a hint of that great fabuloso, and Ashley Larry comes out with a bowl, keep in mind, the next day is the first of the month. Don't y'all eat that candy. I don't know where Tamika or Keisha or Rashonda or any of those bitches that got Ashley Larry at his house for the first of the month check. You know she gonna move his ass to a different apartment the next day so that he can't figure out who got him. However, don't y'all eat that candy. Y'all don't know where the hell Ashley Larry ass been. And like I said, I think Tamika and them got roaches. Don't y'all eat that candy. Enough said. Moving on. I also think that for my Atlanta family and for my DC family, I would like for y'all to avoid certain areas of trickery and treating. I really want to shout out a couple of places. Old National, off limits. Okay, because over there, you're going to think that it's a costume of a cop. It's the real cop. Okay, keep running. The 9, you cannot dress up as a soccer player over there. The Hispanics have taken over the 9, and they got a soccer field, so don't go over there as a soccer player. They're going to kick y'all off. Okay, it's going to be a problem. East Atlanta. I just think that should be held in reverence to Guwap. Anything between, I find this ironic. Joseph W. Larry, one of them, and Joseph Boone Boulevard. That is the bluff.
All day, every day.
Yeah, and this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. On Old Nat, they not quite doing the piano bar thing the right way. So you could go trick-or-treating at the piano bar. You know what I'm talking about, Reed.
How much is the book?
The book is $15. It's $14.99. No, it's $14.99, and the Kindle version is $9.99. If you buy the paperback book and you also buy the Kindle version, you can get the Kindle version for $1.99.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if people know that.
Let me just say something.
Okay, what are you saying, son?
Bar is called the Piano Bar, but they only just have a piano in it. That's it. That's it. They have a DJ.
Me and my aunt,
And
this is bad. Me and my aunt went into the piano bar.
was just
Listen, no, I was not.
oh wait, they
It was lit.
were they from?
This man, we walked in. I just knew he was trying to holler, right? So I'm thinking, look, Chico, they checking me out. This old man came up to me. He said, baby, you got some of the Advils in your purse. I thought you was checking me out. Talk about, baby, you got some of them Advils in that purse. And what made it so bad? I ain't had none. So then he walked out. So I felt like I was being dissed. I was like, what type of shit is this? Talking about some, bitch, you ain't got no Advils in that purse. Look, and he probably saying, I know you on your period. And I'm like, you know what I did one day though, y'all, for real. Okay, let's talk about, that's what I'm about to talk about. So let me tell y'all what I did. I had a friend, well, it was actually one of my neighbors in Virginia, and the dad had died. And so, you got that crazy uncle that's going to bring the new girlfriend.
Right.
Okay, so they had a hot tub and a pool. So he was trying to tell us, yeah, I'm going to get me some tonight. So I said, well, I got some Viagra. I just been to Mexico. He had been on the E&J. Easy Jeezy. And this fool, wait a minute. This fool took the Midol pill that I gave him. And he got the hot tub. And he told me something. I can't feel nothing. He jumping up and down. I can't feel nothing. Yeah, Uncle Mike. My bad. I gave your ass a Midol. Yeah, and he was like, "You gonna get this to me for free?" I said, "It's on me." I waited. I stayed over to that house all night to see what was gonna go on. And had he actually made it happen, I would have bought 100 of them damn Midols and sold them. FDA, baby, call me.
I don't know. What's the Aunt Pam?
Who, my Aunt Pam?
That Chico said pull a Aunt Pam. What's Aunt Pam?
Well, my Aunt Pam is very voluptuous. And she's such a diva. And she's probably tuned in right now. And she probably has on all her little St. John outfits and stuff. But she comes into the okay, so it's a club in Virginia. What's the name of that damn club? Ridley's. Wait a minute, it's so good. And I had a really good friend that was a news anchor. And she was prominent in our area. And we had gone out into a really nice part of Norfolk called Ghent, and we had a couple of friends that we had met, and they were from an area called Berkeley. Now, all of my Virginia people can appreciate this. So, she's very, not snobbish, just very high class. And the guys that we were with, one of them was, but the other one wasn't. So, I was cool with the one that wasn't, right? So he says, I said, well, I wish they had like other places we could go. They got good music and some food. He said, I know a great place. He said, follow us. We end up at Ridley's. And baby, we came up in there and they asked they asked her, they saw her and they were like, oh my God, I can't believe it's you. You in, the lady from the news. So we sitting there. And she says, I need to see a wine list. This place is like piano bar. He said, a wine list? He said, what type of wine you want? And she said, do you have any reds? He said, I got something for you. Cold Duck. Cold Duck came through. And look, he said, y'all hungry? I said, I am. This the owner. He said, it's all on me tonight. So as far as I'm concerned, you can go and bring them bottles of that Cold Duck, baby. We can get to it. So he comes over with 50 wings. Okay. If you want to keep me at your party, that's exactly what you do. Okay? And they was piping hot. So wait a minute. So I get in there. I'm so retarded. I get in there, right? And so I'm having a good time. The music is playing. It's dudes in the corner shooting craps. They got the lights on over here for people playing bit whist. I'm like, okay, this is my party. My friend, let's just call her Paula. That's not her real name, but let's just call her Paula for now. She says, Jacinta, can you believe they brought us here? Look around. These people... this is just not good. This is not good for my image. It's not good for any of this. So when our friend came back to the table, his name T, she says, listen, I cannot believe y'all brought us here. She was like, you know what? These people see me. They know that I'm on the news. He said, Paula, these people don't be watching the news. He said, these people be on the news. She was like, nobody, she's trying to convince me to leave. I'm not trying to leave because they bringing bottles of duck
I still
over.
got 21 wings to go.
Shoot. I am good. She is ready to go. So she was like, no one in here looks like us. In comes my Aunt Pam. She doing this to her little B cups. She got on a cat suit. She the deacon at her church. And she come in full length mink coat looking for a boy named George. I said, well, there goes somebody that look like us right there. Let me tell y'all something about crazy about Aunt Pam. Aunt Pam the coolest. Like, she the aunt, didn't have any kids, cool as hell, always got you the best gift. And I was in a club one time with Aunt Pam, and one of her parishioners saw her at the door. And she was like, oh, hey, Deacon Pam. And she said, oh, girl, be blessed. Titties all out. All them B cups was like this. And she had on that full body suit. And she said, girl, be blessed. We got in for free. Won't he do it? But that's my Aunt Pam, and I know she about to show them that cat suit this weekend. Okay. Now, here's another problem I got with Piano Bar. When you go to Piano Bar and you try to trick-or-treat there, they done bought the candy from last Christmas clearance candy sale. So instead of trick-or-treating, instead of getting milk duds or blow pops, these people are giving y'all red, silver, and green silver bells. It's a problem. Okay? And the peppermint is not hard anymore. It's chewy. Y'all know what I'm talking about. When you get that old ass wrapper, and next thing you know, you put it in your mouth and you can't suck. It's just like, oh, my teeth finna come out. Don't do it. Don't y'all go to Piano Bar asking for that old ass. Okay. Now we also need to talk about costumes. I'm sick of y'all out here claiming to be Fetty Wap just because you got high. When you get high and you are trying, I'm talking to you teenagers. Y'all trying to fool somebody. Talking about, I'm trying to be Fetty Wap for the Halloween. Just because your high eyes are red does not make you Fetty Wap. You got to go through some goddamn changes to get a eye like Fetty Wap. So, having said that, do yourself a favor and dress up as Amigo. But what I encourage you to do to get more candy is
bring Carly B with you.
No. I said just change the chains up. All the fake stuff that you get from the middle of Greenbrier Mall, change them up. So get like what they got, like a Bot Simpson on one, the big Jesus piece on another, and just switch up your outfits and then go to the same houses 3 times. Extra candy, guaranteed. But you cannot Fetty Wap this year. No Fetty Wapping. Because I think if you start really playing with that man emotion, your eye might be like that for real, and then you ain't gonna know what the fuck to do. And I'm gonna tell you something. A lot of y'all get stuck doing, like, you know, crossing your eyes and shit. Y'all can't Fetty Wap this year. Don't do that. All right, parents. Stop being lazy. Stop putting your own makeup, your leggings, your fake Balenciaga, the ones that looks like socks, and the fake Chanel bag that doesn't have the certified chain on the handle. Your kids don't like going as you every year. Let's talk about it. And another problem that I have is some of y'all are trying to tell your kids to come on as Netflix character. Wait a minute, Reed. Here it go. You trying to tell your child they can dress up as Orange is the New Black. But in reality, you going as your daddy. I can't and I'm not. Stop dressing your kids up to be you. They don't like you. They don't want to be you. And they should strive for better and for excellence. But what you cannot do is put on an orange jumpsuit, write on a number, and tell them that orange is the new black. That's what they going as. When you know good and damn well you writing their real daddy number that y'all done got from, you know how they get the letters with the stamp on it that say this come from you got to put on the, yeah, right, you got to give them the number. You got to have an inmate number, or it might go to the wrong one. Exactly. And then you end up with a pen pal that you don't need. that ends up being a stalker, and then you milk carton the whole situation going from there. Stay safe. Okay. This is another ghetto one. Please stop putting them goddamn pillowcases over your baby head, talking about you a ghost. Let me tell you why. You fucking up a good damn pillowcase, knowing that your towels and your blankets and shit already got holes in it. Use your towels and just pin them up on the side. They got holes all. Have you ever been to somebody's house and they got them hole ass towels? What the fuck are you gonna do with that? Sidebar. Friend. Because I get it. Tell it. But the hole, let me tell y'all what some of y'all do too. Them sheets where y'all was doing it real hard and y'all took off your socks for the first time. Your toenail that ain't been cut so long. Cut that through that damn fitted sheet. Use that for the ghost. Stop tearing up these, because y'all gonna end up in the Maxway complaining. They toe up. So, right. And knowing good where they itch, don't do that to your kids. Your kids go to school the next day with an itchy ass face because y'all been doing the nasty on the bedspreads and shit and on the towels. And then you done throw that over your baby head, and now your baby got little marks right here, and you saying, and you talking about it's a carpet burn.
He got herpes in his face.
Talking about he got the crabs. Right. Right.
He got eczema. Nah, them herpes.
No, that ain't no eczema. What is he talking about? See, he went to maze. I don't even know what hair and fat.
I don't think kids do hair and fat.
I don't even think they know what cartoons are.
I don't think they do cartoons.
I think the only thing they know is how to do Paw Patrol and Baby Shark.
And the nurse and the black girl.
What nurse?
Dr. McStuffins. Dr. McStuffins.
Carla Long. Carla Long, get it in.
Dr. McStuffins. Yeah.
And it's like a little crazy looking little thing.
She a black girl. She a doctor.
What? We done been.
Yeah,
Oh.
Yeah, because it's been an hour.
Well, can you redo it? Do it. Facebook, right. Go on to Facebook. So just go on and look me up on Facebook. All right. Now, Reek just had a issue with the sexy stuff for Halloween. Here's where I am with this. Y'all need to stop dressing up as that sexy police officer. Ain't shit sexy about a police officer. There is nothing sexy about being a maid. However, if you happen to get a pair of those Capri post office or postman pants or the UPS capris, I say if you do that with 3 buttons down and the, what they call this? Yeah, but what else do they call it? Taco meat. Now that's sexy. Because that means you bringing me something. See, if you are a sexy police officer, which ain't nothing, all you can do is bring my ass a ticket or a warrant. I can't do nothing with you.
Or take you to jail.
Or take me to jail. If you are a UPS, especially the ones that's at the new building on Fulton Industrial, okay? Now, I'm not going to lie to y'all. I've been up there a couple times lately, and it looked like a Halloween party every day up at the new UPS building on Fulton Industrial. So, start it over, Reed. But yeah, go on and see if you can find. You can go to a lot of people, when they get pissed off at their job at UPS and FedEx and DHL and the post office, they take all them uniforms to the Goodwill. You can go down there and get you some capris. Get you some capris, make them 2 sizes too small, and then, you know, you can go on and get sexy with that with the taco meat. I'm talking about go wide with it. Look, get you some gold chains, like go wide, and then if you can, pop the collar and go wide. Like if you can, yeah, okay. Charette checked in. Char, I hope you feeling better, baby. I'm always praying for you, and I'm gonna cook us something real good tomorrow. All right. We already talked about this. But crazy is not a costume. When you are crazy, you are literally just going as yourself. So stop ringing on people's doors, looking all crazy and turning all around and doing all this kind of shit. Because I'm not going to give your ass no candy, and I'm not going to let you on my doorstep. I'm not doing it. So y'all stop dressing up as crazy, because that brings me to my next point. Stop asking your uncles if you can borrow his crack pipe so that you can go as a crackhead. Don't use his baby powder. That's not baby powder. That's boy. Heroin. It would be heroin. That would be the correct scientific name for it. But it's boy. Over in the bluff is boy. All day in the bluff, baby. Zone 1. However, what I'm trying to tell y'all is this. Once you start trick-or-treating and your uncle finally realizes that he gave you his crack pipe and that you have used some of his baby powder, he will interrupt your damn trick-or-treating. And he will fuck you up and take your candy. So, all I'm saying is, don't put the crack pipe up to your lips. Don't put the baby powder anywhere around you, especially on your hands, and especially if you plan on traveling, because the TSA will swipe your hands and will deny you privilege to get on the plane. I just want y'all to have a safe and happy Halloween. Now, I think Walden Park has a great Halloween program we give to a bunch of kids. I'm not telling you to drop your kids off. I'm telling you to walk with your kids around our neighborhood. Make sure that you are going to the right malls to go to trick or treat. To me, I would take my kids to Lenox, because I'm thinking they got that Godiva chocolate. Arbor Place is dope. I love Arbor Place Mall. Carla Long. If you are in the DC area, just be careful on Branch Avenue in Southeast. I don't know if I would definitely go to Greenbrier Mall here in Atlanta, but look at the bright side. They might be giving out free egg rolls. I love Greenbrier. That's why I started. Anyway, my trivia question for today is, and shout out to Stephanie O'Hare Daniels for winning the last ghetto gift bag giveaway. I will be sending that out shortly. You actually live in Ohio, so I gotta figure out how to get it to you. I might have to order it via Amazon, because they done stole peanut box. I still ain't got that straight. I ain't jiving. So know that Tommy Sunshine just reported that the Mall West End gives out candy. Really? Let's hope they pass out edge control at the Bonner Brothers store. And while you're there, why don't you go to what's the place that we used to go? Dendera. Honey, if you want your eyebrow, honey, Dendera was before Anastasia, baby. Let me tell you something, honey. If you had prom or a hot date, you go down there to Dendera and you wait in line for about 4 hours to get your eyebrows done. And, honey, you was beautiful for 2 weeks. So, make sure y'all are going to safe places to trick or treat. Now, having said that, Thomas Portis, I am going to suggest that some people can come to your store and get candy at the paint store. So be prepared. It's tomorrow, and I would love pictures. I think the people in the West End actually just come as they are. They don't need no costumes. Okay, but my trivia question for the night is, what is the name of the support group that you should go to if you're having some issues? Email me at jdfigured@gmail.com. Visit my blog, https://figuredout.blog. Want y'all to check me out every Tuesday. Make sure that y'all are doing the right thing by your titties and by your mind. And just follow what you feel like in your heart. Somebody just said they're putting a Planet Fitness in the West End. Is this true?
It probably is because they put one
In the Ville.
which I didn't even understand why.
Okay, wait a minute. Do you know that the dollar store next to that Planet Fitness is the best dollar store in the world? What? They got all the ghetto candy. And I'm not trying to be funny, but that's where I be getting a lot of y'all ghetto gift bag stuff from.
But I don't know why they put that Planet Fitness on.
What, in the West End?
No.
Let me tell you something.
Martin Luther King right there.
The one that, because you need it at Martin Luther King.
Don't mean
I ain't trying to be funny. People can practice they running from the folk. Because I'm trying to tell you, they got treadmills in there. I mean, you got to practice. Let me tell you something. While y'all up here talking about people in the hood, one thing you can say is, even though we can't, now, do y'all find it funny that the TV announcers for football, they can pronounce every hood name on the field. But you get my name, and you call me Jacinta. Dead ass. Got a problem with that. Learn to say my name. I say all of that to say, when you see a brother running and hopping a fence in the hood, that is skill. We invented skateboarding before the board and the wheels came out. You have no idea what it's like to jump off one building into another one and then through a window and then through somebody else's apartment and get bit with the dog running. You running and the dog is on your ankle. You have no idea what that's like. That's American Negro Ninja Warrior, and y'all need to make sure y'all join in, and we might need to just have a show at English Park, and we just need to do American Negro Ninja Warrior. Chico, put it together. Call Bojack and know. Hey, Bojack. All right, that's my show for today. Y'all make sure y'all stay out the flame if a lot of that is messing up your marriages. But I did hear that at some point, and I'm not putting it out there, but they're going to start live streaming. So if you can't go and get glitter, live it. All right, lab, I got to go. Ones, twos. Peace out, y'all.
Yeah. Yeah. Look on. Yeah. Yeah.
217 on the track, man.
These hoes, I wanna fight. Yeah. Girl, you messy. Niggas ain't having no paper. Oh, you scratch. Mad cause I don't get money. Oh, you jelly. Flex on all them folk. Petty. You need to hold some money again.